For Major Assignment 3, I chose to have my students reread a novel from their book club to determine if it was multiculturally authentic. Using this essential question as their guide, why is it important for authors to use authentic settings, characters, beliefs, values, attitudes, and cultural themes when developing their craft? The lesson asked students to authenticate a piece of multicultural literature based on the criteria for evaluating historical fiction in our Norton textbook on page 114. I used the 3 books, Thin Wood Wall, which is about an 11-year-old boy in Seattle, Washington, right after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and what happens with him being sent to an internment camp, his father being taken by the FBI, and his brother who joins the American Army to prove that Japanese Americans are loyal citizens. Then Number the Stars, which is a book about right around in World War II where the Nazis come in and occupy Copenhagen. As a young girl, Anna Marie Johansson, and her friend Ellen. Ellen is Jewish, and Ellen's parents are taken away, and Ellen is hidden by Anna Marie's family. They try to pass her off as her sister. And then Trail of Tears, of course, is the story of the Cherokee Nation and their move to how they were forced to move to Oklahoma and take the 1,100-mile trek there, and their survival against all odds, and how dramatic and difficult this was for them. All 3 stories are linked, and in that they show conflict and the difficulties that each of the different cultures went through. These are the defining challenges that each of the Japanese, the Jewish, and the Native American people dealt with over time. It connects to social studies, the Holocaust, Japanese internment, Native American Trail of Tears, and the core content standard that I'm using is to compare and contrast different forms and genres, historical novels, in terms of their approaches to a similar theme and topic. The lesson will be done after reading. The students will be placed in their book club groups, which were the groups that they used when they read the books, and they're going to look back to the essential question. We're going to discuss that and talk about how we'll come back and answer that later on. I'm going to explain to them using their background knowledge. I want them to discuss what the word authentic means, and then we're going to define authentic and write that up on the board for reference during the activity. Students will be given this worksheet, Evaluating Historical Fiction for Authenticity. This is based on 4 of the questions in our novel or in our textbook on page 114. The setting must be authentic and encourage readers to understand time, place, and conflict, and then basically the students will decide, does this setting, is it authentic? Is the placement of the characters, is it authentic? Is the conflict in the novel an authentic conflict? The worksheet will be completed by the end of class, and if they don't finish it, they will take it home and finish it for homework. The next day, the students will come in with their worksheets. They'll be grouped in base groups. These are different than their book club groups. There will be 6 students in each group, 2 readers of each of the 3 novels. So 2 students who have read Trail of Tears, 2 students who have read Number of Stars, and 2 students who have read Thin Wood Walls. They're going to work together to decide the conflict in each of the stories, how they are different and how they are similar, and do a Venn diagram to show how they compare and contrast. The activity will take the entire period. A day 3 can be added if necessary to finish up the posters and to present them to the class before hanging them on the wall for display. Students will be evaluated on the completion of their worksheet, completion of the poster based on the rubric, which is shown here, and group cooperation and participation determined by teacher observation.